Hello, my dears. Hope you all are well. Today, my topic is about the first female Prime Minister of India, Indira Gandhi, well known as Indira Gandhi. She was the only child of Jawaharlal Nehru. In her childhood, she founded the Bal Charkha Sangh and in 1930, the Vanar Sena of children to help the Congress party during the non-cooperation movement. She got married to Firoz Gandhi on March 26, 1942 and the surname Gandhi was adopted from his name because he was a native of South Gujarat where Gandhi is common surname. The Congress party came to power when her father took office in 1947 and she became a member of its working committee in 1955. She was made a member of the Rajya Sabha in 1964 and that year Lal Bahadur Shastri had succeeded Nehru as Prime Minister. On Shastri's sudden death, she was named leader of the Congress party and thus became the Prime Minister in a compromise between the party's right and left wings. She won a seat in 1967 election. Do you know, she crowned many high positions. The chairperson of National Integration Council of AICC, All India Youth Congress and Women's Department. She had been Minister for Information and Broadcasting. She also held the additional charge of the Ministry of External Affairs and headed the Ministry of Home Affairs from June 1970 to November 1973. She served as Minister for Space from June 1972 to March 1977. From January 1980, she was the chairperson of Planning Commission. She served as Prime Minister from January 1966 to March 1977 and again from January 1980 until her assassination in October 1984. Garibi Hatao Desh Bachao was the theme and slogan of Indira Gandhi's 1971 election campaign. This means remove poverty and save the country. Here are some of the achievements of Indira Gandhi's prime ministership. Indira Gandhi focused more on the ideology of Green Revolution. It was headed by M.S. Swaminathan, an agricultural scientist widely regarded as the father of Green Revolution in India. On 19th July 1969, she nationalized 14 private sector banks by means of an ordinance which was called the Banking Companies Ordinance. Under this ordinance, the ownership of 14 major commercial private banks, which controlled 70% of the country's deposits, was transferred to the central government. The operation of Smiling Buddha, India's first nuclear bomb, was conceived by Prime Minister Indira Gandhi on September 7, 1972. She is remembered for her contributions to India's growth, both in her domestic and foreign policies. The biggest success of her foreign policy came with the creation of Bangladesh after the Indo-Pakistan War of 1971. It shows an assertion of India's dominance in South Asia. After the 1971 Indo-Pakistan War and the liberation of Bangladesh, an agreement was signed between India and Pakistan at Shimla, Himachal Pradesh. Under this agreement, both the parties agreed to settle their differences through peaceful means and bilateral agreement. Operation Blue Star was the biggest internal security mission ever undertaken by the Indian Army in 1984 under the leadership of Indira Gandhi. We also notice that under the government of Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, India sent its first man into space, Rakesh Sharma. Under Indira Gandhi's Prime Ministership, the government proposed the 26th Amendment in which privy purse, the payment given to the royal families, was to be abolished. She is perhaps one of the most controversial figures in Indian politics. During her period as Prime Minister, she was viewed by many people as fiercely ruthless. Due to the war, additional challenges of drought, frequent strikes and protests, oil crisis, etc. made the Indian economy very poor. Indira Gandhi stuck to the advice of few loyalists and her younger son Sanjay Gandhi. She then heard the words of the Chief Minister of West Bengal, Siddharth Shankar Ray, to impose an internal emergency. Through the then President Fakhruddin Ali Ahmad, emergency was declared on the night of 25th June 1975. Most people opposed this and they were imprisoned. The press was censored. Several other human violations were reported. The emergency in India was a 21-month period from 1975 to 1977. Srimati Indira Gandhi was associated with a large number of organizations and institutions like Kamala Nehru Memorial Hospital, Gandhi Smarak Nidhi, Kasturba Gandhi Memorial Trust, Swaraj Bhavan Trust, Bal Sahayog, Bal Bhavan Board and Children's National Museum in 1955. Srimati Indira Gandhi founded the Kamala Nehru Vidyalaya in Allahabad. She was also associated with certain big institutions like Jawaharlal Nehru University and Northeastern University and served as a member of Delhi University Courts. She had many achievements to her credit. She received Bharat Ratna in 1972, Mexican Academy Award for Liberation of Bangladesh, Second Annual Medal, Mother's Award, etc. For 2 consecutive years in 1967 and 68, she was the woman most admired by the French according to a poll by the French Institute of Public Opinion. Her famous publications include The Years of Challenge, The Years of Endeavour, India in 1975 and numerous other collections of speeches and writings. She travelled widely in India and all over the world. She visited neighboring countries like Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Burma, China, Nepal and Sri Lanka. She paid official visits to countries like France, German, Federal Republic of Germany, Guinea, Hungary, Iran, Iraq and Italy. Indira Gandhi was succeeded by her son Rajiv Gandhi immediately following her assassination. She continues to be a relevant name in Indian history and politics. She leaves behind a legacy as one of India's greatest prime ministers. No other woman has held the post of India's prime minister after her. Your comments are my motive. Hope you like this video. Like and share. Subscribe for more videos. Thank you.